Okay, let's kick things off. We're doing a deep dive today into habit formation, basically how habits work and how you can actually change your behavior.
Exactly. And we've been looking at some really interesting stuff. There's a great research review on the science behind it all. Plus, of course, James Clear's big book, Atomic Habits.
Right, Atomic Habits. So many people talk about that one. Our goal here is to, quickly unpack the core ideas.
And pull out the most actionable tips for you. We want to show how maybe surprisingly really small shifts can lead to, well, pretty massive results down the line.
Yeah, it really seems to be about understanding the mechanics, like the why behind what we do, often without even thinking.
The autopilot stuff.
And then using that understanding. It's less about sort of gritting your teeth and using pure willpower.
Oh, definitely. More about building a smarter system around yourself. And, both the science and Clear really hammer home this idea of tiny improvements.
Like compounding interest, but for your habits.
Precisely. Those little 1% gains day after day, they might feel insignificant, but over time, they just stack up exponentially, really, leading to big changes.
Okay, so let's jump right into the practical side. Atomic Habits gives this really neat framework, doesn't it? It ties directly into the science, the habit loop idea.
Yes, the habit loop. It's essentially a 4-step pattern: cue, craving, response, and reward.
Cue, craving, response, reward. Got it.
So the cue is the trigger, tells your brain go time. The craving is that motivation, the want. The response is the habit itself, what you actually do.
And the reward, that's the payoff.
That's the satisfaction, yeah. It teaches your brain, hey, that was good, let's remember this for next time. And Clear's 4 laws. They're all about hacking this loop.
Hacking the loop, I like that. So law 1.
Make it obvious. This hits the cue part. If you want to start a good habit, make the trigger impossible to miss.
Like putting your vitamins right next to your coffee maker if you want to remember to take them.
Exactly. Make it part of your existing routine's landscape. And the flip side for bad habits.
Make it invisible.
Make it invisible. Hide the cue. If you waste time on your phone, maybe move those tempting apps off the home screen. Or delete them entirely, out of sight.
Out of mind. Okay. Law 2.
Make it attractive. This one targets the craving. You need to want to do the habit.
How do you make flossing attractive? Asking for a friend.
Well, one way is temptation bundling. You pair something you need to do with something you want to do.
Like only listening to your favorite podcast while you're, folding laundry.
Exactly that. And for bad habits, you do the opposite. Make it unattractive. Really focus on the downsides, the costs. Kill the craving.
Makes sense. Law 3.
Make it easy. This is about the action itself. Reduce friction. Make it ridiculously simple.
So simple you can't say no.
Pretty much. Clear calls it the 2-minute rule. Scale the habit down so it takes less than 2 minutes. Want to read more? Just read 1 page.
Not the whole chapter, just 1 page to start.
Right. Want to exercise? Just put on your workout clothes. That's it. You lower the barrier to entry.
And for bad habits, make it difficult. Add friction.
Yep. Want to watch less TV? Unplug it after each use. Put the remote in another room. Add steps. Make it a hassle.
Okay, final law, number 4.
Make it satisfying. This closes the loop with the reward. You need some kind of immediate payoff.
Because our brains like instant gratification, right?
They love it. So find a way to give yourself that little win right away. Like putting a check mark on a habit tracker. That visual progress feels good.
And the opposite for bad habits. Make it unsatisfying.
Make it immediately costly. Maybe you have an accountability partner you have to, pay $5 to every time you skip a workout.
Ouch! Okay, so those are the 4 laws. Obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying.
And they're opposites for breaking bad habits. But what's really interesting, I think, is how this all connects to identity.
Yes. This came up in both the research and the book, didn't it? It's not just about doing things.
It's about becoming someone. Each time you do the habit, even the tiny 2-minute version, you're casting a vote.
A vote for the type of person you want to be. So reading 1 page isn't just reading.
It's a vote for being a reader. Doing those push-ups is a vote for being a fit person. Your habits literally shape your identity.
And that identity then makes it easier to keep doing the habits. It becomes who you are.
It's a powerful feedback loop. But, and this is crucial, you need patience.
Right. The plateau of latent potential. I found that fascinating. You're putting in the work day after day.
Showing up, being consistent.
But you don't see the big results yet. It feels flat.
Exactly. And that's where people often give up, right before the breakthrough. but the work is accumulating under the surface. Like heating water, it takes time to reach boiling point.
So you have to trust the process during that plateau.
You really do. Consistency is key, even when it feels like nothing is happening. And remember, you might need to tweak things based on your own situation. What works perfectly for one person might need adjusting for you.
But the core ideas, the loop, the laws, consistency, they hold true.
Absolutely. So to kind of wrap it up for you, real change comes from tiny, consistent actions, not giant leaps.
Understand that cue, craving response, reward loop. Use the 4 laws to design your environment and your actions. Make good habits obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying.
And focus on building that identity you want. Let your actions be votes for that person. And please, be patient through the plateau. Consistency really is your superpower here.
It all comes back to that idea. Every action is a vote.
So the question for you is, what small vote will you cast for your future self today?